This is Sandeep Singh, your SST teacher. Student, I have already explained about the temperate grassland and its location and its extent about the world. I am also explain about the plant life and animal life in this region. So today I am going to explain about the differences between grassland of the northern hemisphere and those of southern hemisphere. What is differences between northern hemisphere grassland and southern hemisphere grassland? As you know that in both sides of equator between 23 and half degree to 66 and half degree north and south in both hemisphere found the grassland. And also you know that in northern side the grassland is very wide, while in southern side it is very small in size rather than northern hemisphere. So what is differences between two grasslands of northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere? Let's see it the let's see understand the by table which is given in your book. First you look at the a table is given in your book, grassland of northern hemisphere, and two columns like grassland of northern hemisphere, grassland of southern hemisphere. Okay, so first we look at the location. So location of the grassland in northern hemisphere is located in interior of continent away from the moderating influence of the seas. If you look at the map of the northern grassland, okay, it is far away from the sea. Okay, it is far away from the sea and it has extent in a vast area, while in southern hemisphere it is very small in different continents. Okay, so its location of northern grassland is very vast area like steppes which is lies in Europe and Asia, and prairies in Canada and USA. Okay, now located along the coast, grassland of the southern hemisphere, as you see on the map, it is in small but also located near the sea, like Atlantic Ocean, Pampas and world, also and Indian Ocean, and with Southern Ocean, the Downs in Australia located near the sea. And okay, next is sorry, yes, extent cover a very large area in steppes, extend across Europe, distance over 300 kilometer. As you seen in the map, the steppe is covered with Europe in Asia about distance over 3000 kilometer, but in southern hemisphere the grassland covered much a narrow area which lies near the sea. Climate continental climate with short and hot summer. In grassland of northern hemisphere the climate is found a continental climate with a short hot, where the summer occur very short but very long cold winter. Rainfall is low, just between 25 centimeter to 68 centimeter in a year. It receives only low rainfall in this region like 25 centimeter to 68 centimeter in a year. Frost and snowfall, as you know that this region occur very cold winter, so frost and snowfall are common in this region. But in grassland of the southern hemisphere, moderate with a warm summer and mild winter, while compared to the southern and northern hemisphere, in northern hemisphere the short summer and long winter, but in southern hemisphere the warm summer and mild winter. Okay, it rain throughout because this region is lies near the sea, so it is mild summer. Okay, mild winter. It rain throughout the year, but it more in summer. Okay, this region of the southern hemisphere of grassland receive the rainfall in summer. The rainfall varies from 100 centimeter in the west, 50 centimeter in the east. It is hardly ever snow here. This region is moderate throughout the year, so this region not snow occur here. It is uh, not cold throughout the year. Next is human life. The temperate grassland used to be home to nomadic animal herder like Kyrgyz and Kazakh. As you know that the grassland is developed in this region, so different types of herders are live in this region. Like have you seen in the as in Himalayan region, they are Gujar Bakarwal, they are also herders, and in desert region or Sahara desert region, as you read about these herders are Bedouins and Tuareg and like Banjaras. Okay, so they also are herder and nomadic animals. Okay, nomadic people. These tribes are called Kyrgyz in Kyrgyzstan and Kazakhs in Kazakhstan. These are two countries lies in this region, and semi-nomadic hunter like are American Indians. In America, uh, in Middle America, there are some semi-nomadic and nomadic hunters are also live in this region, so they are called American Indians. They raised sheep, goats, cattle, and hunted large animal like the bison, buffaloes. These peoples are called American Indians because they look like an Indians. So it is called these are called American Indians, and they raised sheep, goats, and cattle, hunted large animal like the bison, a type of buffalo which lived in wild. Okay, the region was lightly populated with large stretch of land where no lived in this region. This region is lonely people and where some are no land people live in this region. Here are some homes of the made by this herder like a Kyrgyz family outside their youth. Kyrgyz the made their huts with a tent, clothes like animals, and also these names yurt. Okay, this house name is yurt, and they lived. Okay, and now the tribe of American Indians outside they are trippy. These are called trippy, the name of tent which they live. These live and cone shape of the tent is made by the American Indians. It known as trippies. Okay. However, when European came to know to rich soil of the grassland was they started establish use form here. This region was no man's land, but when European companies came to here, they started to settle here and establish the large farms in this region. So this grass land started establish huge farm. Today most of the grassland have been brought under cultivation. These grassland are changed into the large land cultivation farm, and they farm are very large of farming heavily machinized, and these farm are used to cultivation of machines. Machines are used most of the farming activity like plugging, sowing, harvesting. In these farms, the people only lonely peoples are. Some people live in this region, so all the activities of the farming with the help of large machine like sowing, plugging, harvesting and threshing. There is heavy use to fertilizer. Wheat, maize and cotton are main crops grown. In this region, maize, cotton and wheat are the main crops grown. These extensive farms produce such a large quantity of grain that grassland are known as granaries of the world. Today, these regions have large producer of the grains, so it is also known as granaries of the world. Livestock ranching is another important activity in the temperate grassland. In this region, the livestock also reared, so these people are also called ranchers, and this is an important activity in the grassland. In dry west part of the prairies, horse and cattles are raised in large farms called ranches. In drier western part of the prairies in America, Canada, they are also called ranches because they raise the horses and cattle. On the ranch, the livestock is taken care of by animal herder called cowboy. These ranches are called cowboy. Cowboy often travel for days together with cattle in search fresh pasture. These cowboys travel to long distance in search of pasture or food of the animals. These days, cowboys have started using truck and motorbike to round up the cattle. They have in large quantity of cattle, so they use to truck or bikes to take care of their cattle. In the pampas, cattle and sheep are raised in the huge ranches called anticas. In the pampas region, these ranches are called anticas. Here, the people take care the livestock called gauchos, and like cowboy, these people are also called gauchos. These sheep raised on the rich grass pampas are much demand around the world for their meat and wool. In this region, like Pampas region, the gauchos raise the sheep because the meat and the wool are great demand in the world. Okay, a massive wheat farm prairies, as you seen here. This is the wheat farm, which is cultivated in large area and also used to machine in this region. Okay, challenging facing the region. The soil of the grassland rich but over use of the land, bad agriculture practice destroying the soil. This region of the soil has very rich but overuse in the use of very much soil is degradable, so overgrazing is also major threats to the grassland. The way forward, take step pro fertility soil. Multiple crops should be grown rotation, same pieces of the land rather than surplus crop. This will help retain nutrient in soil. As you know that the crop rotation, if you use the soil fertility retain for a year, so in this region this practice should be used for the people. Okay, so you see here the cowboys, the cattle in prairies, and gaucho with sheep and pampas, uh, also called gaucho, and these are ranchers in different grassland of the region. So in this video we explain about the life in the human, and in next video we will explain about the exercise of this lesson. Till then, goodbye.